Good day, researcher, especially for those students who are looking for designs for their qualitative design. You are in the right place because in this video, I will explain to you what are the designs for qualitative research for specific kinds of data. So our topic outline for today's discussion is first, designing qualitative research using interview data. Second, designing focus group. Third, designing for narrative and stories. So let's start with designing qualitative research using interview data. Designing interview studies involve discussion related to researchers' epistemological and theoretical understanding of interview data, along with selection of interview type, sampling, and recruitment strategy. Preparing for interview includes thinking about review settings and technologies to use, as well as the development of interview questions. During the design process, researchers consider the approach of data analysis they will apply and how findings will be presented. As written in this paragraph, you will know what are the design processes, the setting, and the technology to use, as well as the development of interview questions. What is an interview? An interview is a qualitative research interviews or conversation with a purpose. It is used to generate information to inform research questions. By asking questions of interviewers elicit description, often inform stories. Qualitative interviews in a family of methods that uses verbal description and accompanying data to multiple ways of knowing. So, ang interview di ay, muna siya ang conversation between one another. Nag-gather siya og information. And na siya two ka-persons, which is the interviewers and interviewers. Ang interviewer, muna siya ang mag-ask of question, while ang interviewers, muna siya ang ginaasan og question. So, in using interview in your designs for qualitative research, it has advantage and disadvantage. So, let us first read the advantage. The strength of interview is that they present a flexible method that provides first-hand accounts of people's belief, experience, and meaning-making. So, ang advantage niya kay naa siya first-hand account. Alam mo nga nung first-hand account? Because during sa interview, ang interviewer mag-record na siya sa inyong conversation. Kaya ang purpose niyang pag-record sa conversation kay para na siya i-listen. Because ang qualitative data, dili lang man good ni siya about numbers. Need sa mga researcher na nagamit og qualitative data na mag-encoding. And dili nila gina-require ang ilahang respondents na mag-English. Kay it is their work to translate it correctly and accurate. Kay lain pod Bisaya ka, tapos ang ipangutana sa imuha, example, what are you ingani? Unya imong gipangutana kay tindera no, unya di siya ganan mag-English, di na paruhon kang ante. Moong ang qualitative data is iagi nimo siya chika-cheka. Moong need nimo og recorder kay para maka-focus ka og cheka sa imuhang interviewers and while naga-record na siya. And next, the disadvantage. Speakers can also misunderstand one another. Interviewers may not establish sufficient rapport or ask confusing or leading questions. Participants sometimes decline to discuss topics, and interviewers and interview can misunderstand one another. So, ang disadvantage nila is same as counseling. Are you familiar with counseling ba? Ang counseling, di ba, is when you have some problems or you want to tell someone about your problem kay before nimo matel imong problem na completely, need nimo maging comfortable sa tao na imong giopenan, which is rapport. rapport is relationship. So, same ana, ang pag-interview din nimo, need nimo mag-build og relationship para open ang imuhang interviewhon sa imuha. For an instance, nakay gias na question which is libog siya. And pag-ask nimo sa unya kay ikaw wala man may relationship sa katong nag-interview, dili na lang ka mangutana mo ana lang ka ay dili na lang ko mangutana kay maulaw ko sa iya basin maingon siya nga buguan ni niya oy. Kung dili na lang ka makapangutana pagkahuman ana mo na siya ang disadvantage kay bago pa man nimo na meet imuhang interview no, so wala pa mo certain relationship to open up. And also dili lang ka na ang yang disadvantage. Ang disadvantage sad niya kay kanang kuan. Ang disadvantage sad niya is pag nag-ask a question ang interviewer, it can lead to misunderstanding. Kay ma-misunderstand jud siya, especially na kung English ang question no, and lahi ang pagsabot sa inyong interviewers. Muna siya ni nice if ang inyong language is local lang gani, kanang understandable sa imong interviewer para ma-comfortable sila and ma-open up nila tanan. And also, napod siya'y advantage when it comes sa pag-answer. Kay, since qualitative research is about perceptions, dili pud ka makabuot nga ito bago niya tanan nimo pangutana. Because the interviewers has the right to decline any question and answer no if he or she doesn't want to answer it. So, manata sa advantage and disadvantage. Move on na ta. Now, let's proceed to design and process. To use interview in a study, researcher must identify the members of population who can potentially provide detailed accounts relating to the topics of study. When interviews are primary method, it is crucial to locate people who are willing to talk to an interview about research topics. Identifying participants can be challenging because researchers' agendas do not always align with those potential participants. Interviewers and interviews bring multiple subjects, positions to any interview, such as race, class, gender, language, sexual orientation, education, that impact how interaction unfolds. So in choosing your participants, it is the crucial part. Do you know why? Since qualitative data is a specific and doesn't have many respondents because nag-require ang qualitative data nga tanan nga requirement ma-meet sa participant bago siya maging respondents ninyo. Mo na siyang crucial nga part ang pagpili sa respondents. And also, ang pagpili sa respondents kay ana siya no. Naapod siya ginabasihan nga mga social class like, and also mo na siyang inyong basihan pag magpili ka nimo og respondents. Dili siya generalizable ang inyong research. Maong need ninyo og participants na mosulod siya sa tanan requirements sa inyong study. And trivia, ang qualitative research kay ang pinakagamay nga akong nabalaan na respondents is 5 respondents lang. While ang quantitative, ang pinakagamay na naay RRL jud according to MacLeod, 100 participants. Now, sampling and recruitment. In sampling and recruitment, naatay mapilian, naatay 6. First, personal network. Recommendation via professional connection. using flyers, advertisement, emails, list services, or going to a place to meet the exact participants. Do you know why appeal ang last? Because there are studies na need nimo moadto jud sa exact na place para ma-meet ang certain na participants na inyong gipangita sa inyong study. Now, next is interview modality. Interview modality refers to the method used to conduct an interview. It describes the format and setting of the interaction between the researcher and participants. There are common interview modalities, which is face-to-face, the most traditional method where the researcher and participants meet in person. Ang face-to-face mo ni siya ang traditional siya because pag mag face-to-face man god, mo ni siya ang one-on-one, ang interviewer and interviewers lang na mag-meet sila sa person. Next is telephone. Conducted over the phone, offering convenience and accessibility. So as we all know that not everyone has a free time. Whole day na free time. So mao nang naatay telephone. Using the telephone kay excuse me sa mga motor ha. Using the telephone kay maka-offer siya og accessibility and convenience for those respondents or participants na wala kayo sila'y busy time. Kay makagather sila og data ang mga researcher by mag-call. Next is online. Conducted through video, offering platforms or chat application enabling remote participation. So ang online, kabalo man tanon na there are different online platforms na maka-video call and maka-communicate within each other even though layo mo og distance. So mao na siya ang online. Next is the focus group. Focus group and group interviews with multiple participants, facilitating discussion and interaction. So kung ang tulo kay murag wala sila nag-state kung pila sila, ang kaning last is nagaingon siya nga more than one because group interview ni siya. And I can say na this is duha lang kabuok because we can say nga group siya if there are two lang. So ang focus group is multiple participants facilitating discussion and interaction. So here are some examples of question types. Example, experience and behavior. Nag-require siya og question for past, present, and future. And napod siya isa, ang iyang topic is opinions and values. Napod siya past, present, and future. So sa ato ang right side, makita nimo ang mga key areas nga need na to ma-consider in creating a research question for qualitative research. You can post this if you want to read. Next. Now we are in conducting, transcribing, and analyzing interviews. Effective interviews must prepare carefully, listen respectfully, act thoughtfully, questions, and reflect on what goes on interviews. There are now shortcuts to developing skills as an interview, other than to practice and reflect on one's interviews with a view to improvement. Part of the design process is protecting how data will be transcribed and analyzed. New technologies has provided an array of services that use voice recognition software to convert audio files to text and offer translation services. So diri kay nag-state siya nga ang interview need na to og mag-prepare jud ta og mga guide questions. We need to listen respectfully, and ask thoughtful questions. Dili ta pwede nga magbati gani og pag-ask sa ato ang participant kay what if masakitan sila, so nakalapas ka sa imong limitation. Tapos in interview there is no shortcuts kay ang imuha man conduct na study is qualitative data, so you want to dig deeper. So maong no shortcuts jud siya, panindigan nimo na bading kay kung nagwali man ka. And no worries sa inyong pag-analyzing kay since naman mo audio file no nagikuha from recording your conversation with your interviewer. Moto, naaman tay mga advanced technology naman tayo ngayon. So na siya'y audio file converter to text and nag-offer pod siya og translation services. Mapadali ang buhay ng mga researcher. Pero as much as I know, there are platforms na free and also there are platforms na need og payments sa paggamit para namoy access ani nga mga platforms. So next is ethical review and approval. Ethical review board seeks to ensure human subjects engage in research voluntarily and are protected from harm. Researchers let participants know what topics they are examining, what will be done with research data, and ensure confidentiality of participants during the research process. Researchers need to consider the ethical implication of discussing sensitive topics, such as intimate partner violence or working with vulnerable participants, or participants who are ill or refugees. An ethical review, from the word ethical, it is the proper way. So, pag mag-ingon tag ethical, proper way man siya no. Diri masulod na ang katong permission letter or parents' consent if minor ang inyong respondents. If minor ang inyong respondents, so mag-provide jud mo og parents' consent so that aware ang ilahang parents about unsa ang imuhang i-question sa ilaha, about what, and mga details about sa inyong study. And dapat i-remember na to as a researcher, we are responsible for their confidentiality since we don't want to harm our respondents. Their privacy should remain confidential. So, researcher, I remind you that we should not publicize any information about their privacy. And if need gani og photos sa inyong kuan, you should blur their faces kay confidentiality talaga jud ang research. Next. So that's all. Let's now move on to designing focus groups. Now you're familiar with the word focus group since we already discussed it on the first topic. Let me introduce to you more broader or specific what is focus group discussion. So, focus group discussion, FGDS, are defined as semi-structured group discussions used to obtain in-depth information, qualitative data insight from a group of people about particular topic. The focus group discussion yields information about people's opinions, beliefs, attitude, and perceptions toward product, service, concept, advertisement, idea, or packaging. From the word in-depth information. So, kung an interview kay duha lang sila, in-depth information, meaning group man sila. So, ang mag-gather ni mga data is from different people with different personality, perspectives, or point of view in life. Mo na makagather jud ka og mga in-depth information in focus group discussion. Why use focus groups? This is the common questions that I have heard. Why are we using focus groups? So here are the reasons why. First, to deepen understanding of qualitative data. Kay if focus group no more people man jud siya, so madepend talaga ang inyong data. Second, to investigate group attitudes and beliefs. Third, when there is believed to be a difference in power between the researcher and participants. Fourth, to generate ideas at the exploratory stage. Fifth, to explore differences and commonalities. Ang kaning number 5 na reason is pwede na siya sa mga different tribes here in the Philippines, kay naaman siya tayo different tribes, no? So it is interesting to study their differences and commonalities. So bagay ang focus group discussion. 6, to investigate complex idea and behavior. And lastly, to find solution to a problem. So, if naay reasons why, we also have characteristic of focus groups. So, ang characteristic niya is agreement is not necessary or even desired in the focus group. Homogeneity, not heterogeneity, is most often sought. Used as a research evaluation tool. Issues discussed are limited. Mga issues kay discuss kay ginalimit lang siya. And ara important, previous siya o nice. Group are small, 8 to 12. Multiple groups are conducted. Neutral facilitator and na siya duration. It could be 1 hour and 30 minutes to 2 hours. Responses are recorded in details. Questions are pre-formulated. From the word pre-formulated, pwede mo mag-ask of questions na dili pa ninyo gibuhat. Like, na-ask lang ninyo siya sa group discussions. During the group discussion, wala mo nag-plan to create that question. You just formulated it on the present. Next, focus group. Types of focus groups. There are 7 types of focus group. First is the single focus group. This is the classical type of focus group where all respondents are placed in one to interactively discuss the topic. So, ang kaning single focus group is focus lang siya sa isa ka place na naisa ka grupo na naga-discuss sila sa ilahang topic. The second is two-way focus groups. This format involves using 2 groups. One group actively discusses the topic and the other group observes the first group and then discusses their interactions. Number 3, dual moderator focus groups. The moderators works together with one moderator asking the question and leading the session, and the other moderator ensuring that all questions are asked and any new evolution are discussed further. 4, dueling moderators focus groups. The 2 moderators purposely take opposing sides on an issue or topic to fuel discussion. So, ang kaning dual moderator, naa siya'y dual nga mahitabo in your group discussion. Since na 2 ka moderator, na ang purpose nila is to take the opposing sides to have a fuel discussion. Next, 5th, respondents moderator focus group. One of the respondents will temporarily act as the moderator, which changes the dynamics of the group. Next, 6th, mini focus group. This format uses smaller group of only 4 to 5 participants. So, let me ask you, pila gani ang katong small group discussion? Asa nag-answer og 8 to 15, you are correct. Very good ka diha. Verse 7, teleconference or online focus groups. This formats use conference calling that rooms or other online means to conduct the focus group to allow for better outreach to participants. So here is the focus group discussion design. First, specific objective of FDGS. Meaning sa FDGS ha kay focus group discussion. First is katong sa specific objective. So, which themes to be covered and for which purpose. Next, location, number and timing of FDGS. Where will be the venue? How many times? How long it be conducted? Diba nag-ingon man ta nga ang interview ang focus group discussion need og setting kay lain pod bisan asa ra sila mag-discuss. It's like counseling. How many times? So ang pag focus group discussion din ninyo, dili lang di siya kaisa. Pwede di siya kadaghan mo mag-discuss. And how long will it take to be conducted? Na siya duration, di ba? Right? Next is composition of focus group discussion. Participants selection, who will be covered. Type of FDG, categorizing according to age, gender, and diversity criteria. So on the next slide, you will see an example. So here is the example of steps in planning a focus group discussion. We have the phase 1, phase 2, and phase 3. In phase 1, planning focus group study. Define overall purpose of research. Second, list 2 detailed information objectives. Third, decide who should participate. Fourth, specify number and structure of groups. 5. Decide qualification participants. 6. Prepare detailed discussion guide. And the phase 2, we have organize session and carry out research. Phase 3, analyze discussion, write report. And lastly, plan or recommend any necessary follow-up. Here is the example question for a focus group discussion on virtual learning environment. So let's see. Engagement questions. Na sila'y sequence of their questions, guide for their focus group discussion. So here it is. Next. Exemplar format of the FGD. So here is an example format sa focus group discussion. We have opening, warm-up, main body, and closure. Sa opening, na-involved rin ang icebreaker, explain purpose, ground rules, and introduction. The warm-up, natay relate experiences, stimulate group interactions, start with least threatening and simplest questions. And the third, the main body, move to more threatening or sensitive and complex questions, elicit deep responses, connect emergent data to complex and broad participation. Kapansin mo na una jud si ang small interaction lang. Do you know why? Because bali in this stage sa second, sa warm up, nag-start na mo og build og rapport or relationship within one another para maging comfortable mo to open up or say your own perspectives. And lastly, closure. End with closure questions, summarize the refine, etc. and what final comments or insight. And thank participants. So I will explain to you what is the ethical consideration in focus group discussions. So we're done with the ethical and analyzing. The next slide will be the example of coding for qualitative research. So here is the example of coding. You can pause this video and zoom it in. So after, let me move on to the next topic, which is the last topic for me. Wow! For the last topic is designing for narratives and stories. Designing for narratives and stories. A narrative is a recounting of events, and when this recounting is organized into a sequence of logic, meaning, time, and so forth, so makes up a story. The Latin root of the word narrare is to tell, and its Sanskrit root, ganarus, is knowing, indicate that there are two sides of narrative, telling as well as knowing, according to Kim 2016 chapter or volume 6. So ang narrative dili lang di siya about reading. It is telling as well as knowing. Kay if you tell, you know. So, let's start with the first question. Why narrative research is done? First, it is done to get specific insights. Second, to help reduce a commonly held perception by practitioners. Third, to make participants feel that sharing their stories is important and it's heard. So, ang purpose di aning third topic for this video is it's like telling a story and making your story heard and value. Ang focus aning third design is about if quantitative ta, it's like a descriptive design, but we are discussing about quali, so it is narrative. Ang narrative is like narrating the perceptions or the point of view of a participant. Then, how did narrative research develop? The narrative turn embraces all of the human sciences. Reisman, 1993. First overview of narrative research and education was given by D. Jean Clendinen and Michael Connelly, 1990. Stories of experiences and narrative inquiry. So there are types of narrative designs. First is the autobiography, biography, personal accounts, personal narratives, narrative interviews, and personal documents. So, most of the written here in the types of narratives is familiar to each one of you. So, ang biography is like a small description, or you can search it on Google what is the definition of each types of narrative designs. Now, let's move on to key characteristic of narrative designs. There are key characteristics of narrative designs. First is individual's experience, chronology of the experiences, collecting individual stories, restoring, coding for themes, context or settings, and lastly, collaboration with participants. So, ang key characteristic diay is the types of narrative designs. Ang first is individual experience. From the word individual experience, what will come up to your mind if you hear an individual experience. So, it is an experience of a one participants. So, mo na siya. Ang next is chronology of the perception. Ang chronology is the sequence, ang pagkasunod-sunod sa mga experiences. And third, collecting individual stories. So, ang narrative design is nagakollect po siya og individual stories. Third, nag-restoring. Ang restoring, magamit ni siya if ang example, ang imuhang qualitative nga research is narrative, then gi-restoring nimo kay ikaw mismo ang nagpasunod-sunod asa ang introduction, rising action, climax, denouement, ing ana gani. Nya ang coding for themes, context, or settings are the other characteristics. So, there are possible concerns in narrative research. So, first, story authenticity. Faking the data possible. Next is distortion of data, self-reported informations. Last, is the story real, horrific, or raw to recall? So, muna siya mga possible concerns in writing a narrative research. If you're using a design, so here is an example of a sequence. So, blurred siya. Sorry guys, blurred lagi akong photo. I didn't expect it na maging blurred. Muna siya experience ay ang example sa format in chronology. Kanang i-sequence na to siya, ipasunod-sunod na to.
Good day everyone. Today I'll discuss the topic about designing for observation, designing qualitative research for working with visual data, insight from psychology. Last is working with video data. And now let's proceed to our discussion about designing for observation. Designing observation and qualitative research involves developing an organized method to systematically gather and analyze data directly through observation. This technique is especially useful in obtaining detailed knowledge of participants' behavior, interaction, and setting in their natural environment. So this means it involves developing an organized method to systematically gather and analyze data directly through observation. This technique is especially useful in obtaining detailed knowledge of participant behavior, interaction, and setting in their natural environments. By truthfully designing the observation process, researchers can gain understanding of participants' behavior and interaction within their natural settings, leading to a more authentic and insightful findings. And now let's proceed to the types of designing observation, working out some dilemmas of observational study. First is warrant and their leeways. An important component of designing an observational study is to provide a legitimate reason. We must be able to account for wanting to make observation and dress our explanation in terms that will be honored by others. So it means warrants are justification that connect the data collected to the conclusion drawn, ensuring that the research findings are credible and defensible. They serve as the rationale for why certain data support specific claims, thereby enhancing the trustworthiness of the study. Next is getting behind the scenes, distance, and secrecy. The researcher may be personally convinced that this is the right method. He or she may be experienced enough to realize the academic outcomes of observation, and there might be motives stemming from a intense reading for scholarly literature or contacts with field members. So, this means Particularly when employing observational methods, researchers often with a balance between maintaining appropriate distance and ensuring transparency. While a researcher may be personally convinced that observation is the most suitable method and may have the experience to recognize its academic value, it's crucial to consider the ethical implication of their approach. The last one is a fortiori logic, a form of argumentation that draws upon existing confidence in a proposition to argue in favor of a second proposition that is held to be implicit in and even more certain than the first. So, this means a fortiori logic understanding a fortiori logic enhances critical thinking by allowing individuals to draw stronger, more compelling conclusion based on established premises. Now let's proceed to designing qualitative research for working with visual data, insight from psychology. Observation of human behavior, anatomy, and even personality has been at the forefront of psychology ever since its inception as a science of mind and behavior. So this means the observation of human behavior, anatomy, and personality has been integral to psychology's development, involving from introspective method to sophisticated technological analysis, thereby deepening our understanding of the human mind and behavior. And now let's proceed to visual research method in the history of psychology. Visual research method in psychology involve the use of images, videos, and other visual media to collect and analyze data, providing insight into human experiences and behavior that might not be accessible through traditional text-based methods. These methods have evolved significantly over time, integrating technological advancement to enhance the depth and richness of psychological research. This means visual research methods in psychology use images, videos, and other visual media to explore human experiences and behaviors. These methods offer unique advantages over traditional text-based approaches, providing a deeper understanding of complex phenomena. Visual research methods are a valuable tool for psychologists to gain deeper understanding of human behavior. Now let's proceed to designing visual research and qualitative psychology practical consideration. Using visual material in qualitative psychology can open up novel and exciting possibilities for researchers. However, visual material can take different forms, and this requires careful reflection as part of the study design. Designing visual research and qualitative psychology offer exciting opportunities, but it also presents several challenges and consideration. When using visual material, researcher must first consider the type of visual content that best suit their research questions and goals. Visual material can include photograph, drawing, videos, or even digital media, each bringing its own set of application for data collections, analysis, and interpretation. The last one is working with video data. The potential of film and video as tools for scientific research was to recognize almost immediately after the technology to create moving images became available. This early interest stemmed from the unique ability of this medium to capture dynamic involving aspect of human behavior and social interaction, unlike static form of documentation like photograph or written records. Film and video can convey the temporal process-driven nature of human action and experiences. And now let's proceed the types of working with video data. The pioneers, some early scientific uses of film. This means as soon as technologies for producing moving images emerged, they were quickly adapted for scientific purposes. Even before an intervention of cinema, researchers in human and social sciences recognized the value of moving images for documenting dynamic aspects of human behavior, social interaction, and cultural practices. Early on, moving images were used to study motion, body language, and gesture, providing a richer understanding of human conduct that was not possible with the static images or written records. This ability to capture real-time processual data allowed for a deeper analysis of social life and interaction, making moving images an invaluable tool in advancing making across disciplines such as psychology, sociology, and anthropology.